Our first guest tonight is a legendary Emmy and Academy Award-winning actress you know from films such as Monsters Ball, Die Another Day, and the X-Men franchise. She both stars in and makes her directorial debut with Bruised, which is streaming now on Netflix. Let's take a look.
Immaculate sent you?
Yeah.
You used to be Jackie Justice, right?
Still am.
Oh, yeah. We'll see.
Please welcome to the show, Halle Berry, everybody. Hello, Halle.
Hello!
It's so lovely to see you again.
Seth.
I'm so happy to have you on the show. I wish you were here, but you have a wonderful reason for doing this remotely. Tonight at the People's Choice Award, you are going to win the Icon Award. Be presented with the Icon Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Otherwise, of course, I would be right there.
A little bittersweet for me. I was runner-up. Last year, too, so it's really getting hard.
I'll share it with you.
Thank you. It must be, first of all, it just
you?
must be so nice to go to an award show knowing in advance that you are going to be receiving an award. You don't have to be a nominee through the first half of the night.
That is a good feeling. But see, now you know you have to have a speech. You know you have to have something to say. When you don't know if you're going to win, you can think, I don't really have to think of something to say because I might not win. So, you know.
That's true. You cannot do that move tonight where you get up and you go, oh my God, I didn't write anything. It's very exciting as well. I'm even maybe I'm more jealous of this. Not that you're winning the award, but your presenter is Cardi B, who did a song in the album. Collaborating with her on this film, was that the first time you'd gotten to know her?
Yes. I mean, I knew of her and I've been a fan of her since, she came on the scene. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, she's just been a powerhouse. But it was our first time collaborating and it's just been a dream to work with her and put the whole album together and just support these ladies and have their sound be a part of the film. It's been a dream come true experience.
The character you play is what we've all come to expect from you. It's this wonderful acting performance. You play this broken, very layered character, but this is your first time behind the camera. I heard that you don't actually like watching yourself on camera. Does that make directing yourself almost impossible?
Not impossible to direct, but impossible to watch.
Yeah.
The edit was gnarly. I mean, I really got tired of looking at my face and looking at myself. And I kept trying to cut myself out. And my editor was like, you have to stay in this movie. You're the protagonist. And I kept saying, but you don't really need me here. You don't need that shot on me here. It's very hard.
Were you surprised, as having to revisit your performances each day, were you surprised at which ones worked and which ones didn't once you got a chance to see them? Or was it, as an actor, did you think in your head, oh, this will be the one we use?
A little bit of both. Because of the nature of the movie, it was a lower budget movie, so it's not like I had a lot of choices to choose from, if I'm telling you the truth. I mean, some, shots, we only got 2 takes, so I had 1 or 2 to choose from. So, I really didn't have that problem necessarily.
As someone who doesn't like going back and watching yourself, does that mean, do you ever revisit your old work? Do you ever watch old Halle Berry movies?
No. Sometimes when I'm scrolling through television and one comes up, I literally am like, God! No, get it off. No, it's painful. No, I don't. I see them. We do a press screening so we can talk about it at the junket. I go to the premiere and then that's it. I never see them again, except this one.
Yeah. I heard you brought your 13-year-old daughter to watch sort of early cuts of the film. What was her eye helpful for you, and how did she react?
Yeah, I wanted to show her because this movie took almost 3 years of my life, and she wanted to see what have you been doing all this time with your time, Mom? So I took her to see it, and unfortunately I was doing a watch down and the color wasn't quite right, and she only got to see the 2 scenes that I was most nervous about, which were the 2 love scenes in the movie, because those were 2 scenes that could tell us very clearly where we were with our color grade. And so that's all she got to see. And at the end she was like, So that's what you've been doing for 3 years? Great. Great, Mom.
I need a mom.
I know.
You're gallivanting
One
around
that's
doing
not
love scenes.
confused. Yeah.
Another thing that has been reported on a great deal, you play this sort of MMA-style fighter who's returning to the ring. You broke your ribs, real life broke your ribs very early in filming and toughed it out, which I imagine is probably because you're an impossible director to work with. You have no respect for your actors.
None, especially this one. I was like, girl, tough that up. I paid you a lot of money to be here. Come on, turn it out. No, I had, by that time, after 2.5 years of training, I felt like a fighter and I had the fighting spirit inside me, and quitting is just never what fighters do. I mean, they fight with dislocated shoulders, broken bones, torn this, torn that, and quitting is not an option. It's going to take a referee to say stop,
And I guess, sort of for the method actor performance, it was probably maybe even a little helpful to walk around with a busted up rib.
No, not so much. Couldn't breathe. That wasn't so good.
Yeah, look, I twisted my ankle once and we canceled the show for the whole week, so.
Yeah, I get it.
No judgment, Hallie. Did you, you obviously did a lot of fight training for other films, John Wick being an example. Did you have to do, did you have a nice starting point going into this, or was it building up back from zero?
I had a good starting point, with John Wick. I'd never worked harder until I started to train for Bruce. I had to do gun training and some basic, some martial arts. But with Bruce, I had to learn 6 different disciplines that really weren't a part of my John Wick training. So physically, I was in a great shape to start because I worked really hard on that. But all the things that I had to learn to look like a real MMA fighter and to get all that, all that technical stuff in my body, I just had to put in the work and time to learn it.
Well, it certainly shows. Congratulations so much on the film. And congratulations tonight. I do want to let you go so you can start working on your speech.
Thank you. I'm going to share it with you.
All right. Thank you so much. I will be watching, and I would like you to... Seth Adam Myers, if you could just use the whole name, that would be wonderful.
That's Adam Myers.
Thank you.
Got it.
Halle Berry, everybody. Bruised. Streaming now on Netflix.